So, what video games did you play growing up?
I didn't really get to play video games growing up. I think I played Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego on my PC. I think that was it. I wasn't allowed to play video games, so I'm a new gamer.
What's your favorite video games from what you did play when you were younger?
My neighbors had Super Mario Brothers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Duck Hunt was a big favorite, but that was it.
What are your thoughts on how far games have come since Duck Hunt?
I missed everything in between. So it seems like it's gotten a lot better since then. I was lucky because when I checked back into video games, they were already interactive movies, and they'd evolved so quickly in that amount of time that I missed all the annoying stuff in between, I'm sure.
When did you get hooked on Assassin's Creed?
So the first one came out pretty soon after I started gaming. So, I mean, from day one, really.
What do you think, what do you like about this franchise in general?
I love so many things about Assassin's Creed. Ugh. Okay, where do I start? Well, I love the characters. I love the story behind how you even get to be able to go back in time. I love side missions. I'm like the side mission queen. And I love just starting wars in the middle of a town and then running away. I remember when I first started free running in this game, and it was the coolest thing I'd ever done. And any other game that's tried to do it has not been as good as Assassin's Creed. And this new one, I've played some of this new one, and it's just everything you love with a few tweaks. And the free running's a little different now. There's this whole open world forest that you get to go through. There's this whole side mission of hunting where you kill things like badgers and elks. And I tussled with an elk. It was like the coolest thing. Because, I like fighting in general. So now I'm like fighting with an elk with horns and getting my butt kicked until I figured out how to win over said elk. It was very cool.
And what's your favorite Assassin's Creed game to date, not including 3?
I haven't played all of 3 yet, so we won't even talk about that. I would say Assassin's Creed Brotherhood because I loved rebuilding Rome. As soon as I finished that aqueduct and I ran around the whole thing, I loved it. I loved it.
Did you ever go online on Assassin's Creed Revelation or Assassin's Creed 2 and play other people?
I don't really play online. It's like my own private thing. I close the door, I sit on my couch after coming back from set or some silly event where I basically go from hair and makeup and gowns and heels, and then it all comes off, and I'd much rather be gaming, is the truth about my life.
What do you think about exploring the Revolutionary War brings to the table with Assassin's Creed 3?
The thing I love about this franchise is that it's historically accurate, and I think people are going to be really fascinated to play something that's so realistic and true to what really happened during the Revolutionary War.
And how big of are you really into history? Like, how big of a history buff are you?
I'm kind of not a history buff. I'm generally geeky in most ways, but not so much with the history. I'm the kid who never knows things and has to check the wiki really quick to make sure that my facts are right. But hey, I'm down to learn as I play.
We had to use books in school. What role do you see Assassin's Creed 3 playing in getting kids interested in history?
I would love if kids got interested in history by playing this game in any capacity. You get to meet some of the founding fathers. You meet Ben Franklin and Paul Revere and George Washington, and you really interact with them in this game. So for kids to be inspired by that and to take that back to their schoolwork, that's potentially amazing.
What's your favorite aspect of Assassin's Creed 3 from what you've played or seen so far?
Okay, so killing in general is fun. Sorry. But there are these pass-through rooms. This is like a really weird random thing that I'm into. But there are these rooms that you can pass through quickly, and it will make you go invisible again. Or at least it will lower your notoriety level. So you can kill a bunch of guys or go after them and have them running after you, and you can find these rooms, and they're on your map, pass through them, go out the other side, and then nobody knows where you are. It's the best thing ever.
What are your thoughts on Assassin's Creed 3 introducing a protagonist that's half Native American?
Well, I play a half Native American lady on True Blood, so I love that I'm gonna be playing the boy version in this game. The thing that I like the most about Connor, who is the lead assassin that you're playing through in Assassin's Creed 3, is that he's half Native American and half English. Remember that this is the Revolutionary War, so that makes for one very complex character.
And the PS3 Vita Assassin's Creed Liberation game introduces an African-American protagonist and is set in New Orleans. What do you think of how these games are expanding the realm of their game characters?
Okay, first of all, we need to assess the fact that I went to Montreal, visited the Ubisoft headquarters, went to the motion capture studio, put on a suit, and met the girl who was playing Aveline. That's how she says it, because she uses a French accent. That was so cool. I'm excited to play the first female assassin. I'm interested to see how she moves. I'm interested in all of it. And now that I've seen the actual studio that it's shot in, I'm fully fascinated. I got access to some of the coolest behind the scenes stuff that is every gamer's dream. If you could only have been with me, I can't even explain. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
What else do you play for fun nowadays when you're not playing Assassin's Creed 3?
I game all the time. If I have any time off, which is hardly ever, I'm definitely on my couch playing video games. But here's the thing, this game is coming out on October 30th, so I'm not dressing up as anything for Halloween, okay? Don't even talk to me until next year. I need to do every part of this game, every side mission. I need to be at 100% sync on everything that needs to happen.
We've seen a lot of TV shows get their own video games. How do you envision True Blood if it was a video game?
A True Blood video game. Oh man, you could do so many things. Oh, okay, well, it would be cool to be able to play as a bad vampire. You know, like if there's like an Easter egg where you basically just kill and suck everyone dry. It would be really cool to kind of do like a spy mission where you're one of us, the shifters, and you can turn into different people, but you can only do it for a certain amount of time because, you know, when you skinwalk, you get sick, and there are so many. You know what? Let me go talk to HBO really quickly and see if I can develop that for everybody really quick.
Are you able to game on the set while you're filming True Blood at all?
We don't really get to game on the set because we move very quickly, and it's the most complicated show on earth. So when you're there and you're at work, you are locked in. It's also the most hardworking crew in town. They have the most insane hours for 8 months of the year to do 12 episodes, so when you're there, you're working just as hard as them. You don't take any time off.
What do you think of Desmond? What do you think he's going to be like in Assassin's Creed 3?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
What would you like to see?
What would I like to see? I don't know. I like it when Desmond's grumbly. He's sort of the anti-hero, you know, and just doesn't really want to be doing any of these things. That's what I like the most about him.